So imagine this for a second. What if Valve's new Steam machine was supposed to cost around $750 instead of over $1,000? Yeah, that was actually the original plan. According to Valve engineers, the Steam machine was never meant to be this expensive. The company wanted a much lower price that could attract more gamers and make Steam OS gaming more popular. But then something happened that Valve couldn't really control. The global RAM market went crazy. Right now, huge AI companies are buying massive amounts of memory for AI servers and data centers. Because of that, memory manufacturers like Samsung and SK Hynix are focusing more on making expensive AI memory instead of the memory used in gaming devices. And when supply becomes smaller, prices go up. A lot. Valve says the cost of memory increased so much over the last several months that their original price target was no longer possible. That's why the Steam machine launched at a much higher price than expected. The base model, with 512 gigabytes storage, starts at $1,049. The 2 terabyte version costs $1,349. And if you want the bundle with the Steam controller, you're looking at $1,428. That's a huge jump from what many people expected. Now let's think about that original target. Valve engineers didn't give an exact number, but they hinted that the price increase was similar to what happened with the Steam Deck. The Steam Deck's price increased by around 40%. If you apply that same increase to the Steam machine, the original target comes out to roughly $750. Honestly, that sounds way more attractive. At $750, many gamers would probably look at it and say, okay, that's not bad. But at over $1,000, that's where things get difficult. And here's why. Early gaming tests show that the Steam machine performs around the level of a standard PlayStation 5. Sometimes it matches the PS5, sometimes it falls behind, sometimes it gets close. But here's the problem. A PS5 costs roughly half as much. So a lot of gamers are asking the same question. Why should I spend over $1,000 when I can buy a PS5 for much less? And that's a fair question. The biggest difference is that Valve is not selling this hardware at a loss. Sony and Microsoft often sell consoles very cheaply and make money later through games, subscriptions, and services. Valve isn't doing that here. They want the hardware to pay for itself. And that makes the final price much harder to accept. Still, despite all the complaints online, people seem surprisingly interested. Many gamers love the idea of a small Steam OS gaming machine. They like having access to PC games. They like Valve's ecosystem. And they like the freedom that comes with PC gaming. So even though the price is high, there is still a lot of excitement around this device. But I can't stop wondering, what would happen if the Steam machine had actually launched at $750? Would more people buy it? Would it become a serious competitor to PlayStation and Xbox? Would Steam OS gaming become much bigger overnight? We'll probably never know. For now, the Steam machine feels like a product that got hit by bad timing. The hardware isn't necessarily the problem. The RAM market is. And until memory prices come back down, Valve may have a hard time convincing mainstream gamers to spend over $1,000 on this machine. Still, this story shows how much the AI boom is affecting technology. It's not just AI products getting more expensive. Gaming hardware is feeling the impact too. And that's something every gamer should keep an eye on. Also, if you missed my previous video, make sure you go back and check it out, because I covered some really interesting gaming and tech news there. And if you enjoy simple tech explanations like this, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join the channel so you don't miss any future videos. Let me know in the comments, would you buy the Steam machine for $1,049, or would you only consider it if the price dropped closer to $750?